This purchase would significantly enhance Bangladesh's defense capacity.
On the other hand, it could also create challenges in the realm of international relations. The Bangladesh government is interested to purchase J-10C fighter jets manufactured in China for the modernization of the Bangladesh Air Force. Interim Government Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus brought up this issue during his meeting with China President Xi Jinping last March. Two members of the entourage that accompanied the chief advisor during his China visit confirmed pro tem allo about Bangladesh's interest to purchase fighter jets from China. Earlier, on March 26, the chief advisor went to China on a 4-day official visit. The chief advisor's press wing said at the time that the two leaders discussed various issues, including Chinese aid in the Thistha project, purchase of multiple combat aircraft, multilateral connection between the ports of Bangladesh and Kunming, China. As part of the modernization of the three armed forces to prepare them for future challenges, Bangladesh wants to purchase J-10C fighter jets. Diplomatic sources said preliminary discussions between Bangladesh and China on the purchase of J-10C fighter jets had already begun at the official level before the chief advisor's visit. Wishing to be unnamed, two representatives at the policy-making level of the government told Pro Tem Allo, at a meeting in Beijing, the chief advisor raised the government's plan for the modernization of the Bangladesh Air Force. He expressed interest in purchasing 12 J-10C fighter jets from China, to which the Chinese president responded positively. Asked about this, advisor to the Foreign Ministry Tauhid Hossain told Pro Tem Allo that the chief advisor discussed purchasing fighter jets during his meeting with the Chinese president. Diplomatic sources said preliminary discussions between Bangladesh and China on the purchase of J-10C fighter jets had already begun at the official level before the chief advisor's visit. The matter was raised during the meeting in Beijing, paving the way for the purchase to be implemented. Talks between the two countries on the issue have been continuing since the visit. According to information from various defense-related websites, China's J-10C fighter jet is also known as the Vigorous Dragon.
It is a multi-role combat aircraft belonging to the fourth generation, with the capability of carrying out multidimensional operations. This purchase would significantly enhance Bangladesh's defense capacity.
On the other hand, it could also create challenges in the realm of international relations.
The J-10C can fly at supersonic speeds faster than the speed of sound and is highly effective in detecting enemy fighter jets. It has both air-to-air and air-to-ground attack capabilities and can strike targets up to 200 kilometers away. The aircraft can also operate in coordination with other fighter jets and drones. In terms of technology, speed, stealth, and surveillance, the J-10C is capable of executing precision attacks while evading enemy detection. Earlier generation fighter jets had separate roles such as surveillance, bombing from the air, or engaging in dogfights with other fighters. In contrast, a multi-role combat aircraft can carry out a wide range of missions such as striking enemy ground bases, tanks, artillery, and infrastructure from the air, conducting surveillance and intelligence gathering, attacking warships at sea, and targeting enemy radar and communication systems to disable them. In short, a single fighter jet is capable of multidimensional operations. After the terrorist attack in Kashmir, in May this year, Pakistan claimed that the technological and military capabilities of China's J-10C were proven. Islamabad said that for the first time, the Chengdu J-10 or J-10C was deployed in direct combat. Pakistan also claimed that with the Chengdu J-10, it had downed a French-made Dassault Rafale fighter jet.
Since the fall of the Awami League government in the face of the July uprising, Bangladesh's relations with both the United States and China have grown visibly closer, with both countries showing interest to deepen ties at various levels with the interim government led by Professor Yunus. However, against the backdrop of geopolitics, Washington has been keeping a sharp eye on China's presence in Bangladesh, as it does in other regions of the world. As a result, the China issue has come up in different rounds of discussions between Dhaka and Washington. Across administrations of both the Democratic and Republican parties, the White House has remained curious about Bangladesh's growing intimacy with China. Senior U.S. officials have indicated to Dhaka that they have no objection if Bangladesh expands cooperation with China in trade and other areas. But a deepening of defense or military cooperation with Beijing is viewed as unsettling for Washington.
Asked about the plan to purchase J-10C fighter aircraft from China, retired Major General A.N.M. Muniruzzaman, president of the Bangladesh Institute of Peace and Security Studies, told Protam Alo that the aircraft's success in the short India-Pakistan conflict in May had proven its technological capabilities. This purchase, he said, would significantly enhance Bangladesh's defense capacity. On the other hand, it could also create challenges in the realm of international relations. He further said Bangladesh should proceed with caution in this procurement, keeping in mind the geopolitical equations involving China, the United States and several Western countries. In particular, President Trump's trade war has already demonstrated that the issue goes beyond commerce alone. Therefore, it is prudent to consider whether the purchase of J-10C aircraft from China could put Bangladesh's relations with the Western world at risk. Reports indicate that Dhaka has opened preliminary negotiations with Beijing for a potential deal to acquire the J-10C, a fighter that has gained prominence following Pakistan's reported success in downing 3 Indian Rafale jets during the recent air conflict. According to local media sources in Bangladesh, the Bangladesh Air Force has expressed strong interest in acquiring 12 J-10C aircraft as part of a first-phase procurement effort aimed at phasing out its older combat platforms. Bangladesh Air Force Chief, Air Marshal Hassan Mahmood Khan, confirmed the service's ambition to strengthen its air power capabilities. "We are trying our best to acquire fighter jets and attack helicopters," he stated, highlighting the urgency of expanding the Air Force's operational reach. The renewed interest follows what has been described by defense analysts as the spectacular combat showing of the J-10C in the Pakistan-India aerial exchange, particularly with the aircraft's reported ability to shoot down Indian Rafales, widely regarded as one of the most advanced Western fighters deployed in the region. Should the Bangladesh Air Force acquire the J-10C, India could find itself outflanked on both its eastern and western fronts by a high-performance, Chinese-built fighter operated by 2 neighboring states with evolving strategic postures. A J-10C acquisition by Bangladesh in this context would not only heighten India's military anxieties, but also signal Dhaka's intent to diversify its defense partnerships and assert greater regional independence.